Well, I am at Little Prince of Oregon with Mark, and Mark, we're usually here for plant picks and usually have like one plant, but now we have like a group of plants,
We
so
do.
a lot to talk about.
Sure. Okay.
And so I see that you have a coffee plant, so
Yeah.
we're growing coffee now.
We are growing coffee now. This is coffee Arabica, so lots of great coffee around the world.
And
is
we
coffee
drink
Arabica.
the fruit
Absolutely.
from that, yeah.
And these plants actually will mature fairly rapidly. Certainly within a year, they'll be blooming,
Oh, wow.
and you'll start to get some fruit and beans. In 3 years, you'll have a plant that's 4 feet tall, and it will easily have lots of fragrant white blossoms, which ripen to a red fruit, and inside that fruit is the coffee beans.
And then what kind of light indoors?
So traditionally, coffee prefers a little bit of shade.
Okay.
So I would say it would be a plant that can go outside in the summertime and in the wintertime in a fairly bright location inside, and maybe some partial shade in the summertime when it's outside.
Well, how fun.
Yeah.
Grow our own coffee. It's
Absolutely.
exciting.
Yeah.
And then this has been around, this Bucca Frizzles.
Yeah, so this is
Cool.
absolutely one of my favorite plants we grow at Little Prince. So this one is in its bloom stage right now.
That is neat.
And the flowers, the yellow flowers they kind of have a vanilla, a spicy vanilla scent to them. But the plant sells itself just for the foliage.
They're fun.
And I'm actually going to tear this one apart and show you what's underneath there.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
So we're going to unpot it.
We're going to unpot it.
All right. Nice.
So we've got some
roots.
fibrous roots,
Okay.
which have
look
a
at that.
nice big bulb there.
Very neat.
And this might remind you of an amaryllis.
Okay.
So I tend to tell people, kind of treat this like an amaryllis. Let it go through a dormant period. And we've had this crop has bloomed 3 times for us this year. So, and this is going to do the same thing. And this bulb will continue to get bigger over time, and it doesn't hurt it if it goes through a dormant period, and it will sprout it. Sometimes it will lose all its grassy foliage.
Right.
Other times that will stay, and it will just start reblooming again in a couple months. So
and could we have it outside in the summer?
definitely outside in the
It's
summer.
better.
And I would put it out in full sun in the summertime.
Oh.
And I think that has something to do with keeping the grassy fronds curly on
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Well, thanks, because that's been an interesting one, new to a lot of us. So it's great to have all the information.
I absolutely love this plant. Yeah.
Excellent. And now we have the world of succulents, which has
do.
become such an important plant for all of us.
And
Great.
I just got
plants.
back from California, where I was at the Succulent Gardens 2018 extravaganza. I mean, what an amazing time that was, just to see a multitude of different kinds of all of these. We call them tender succulents because they're not hardy for us here.
Right.
Down there in Watsonville, they are hardy, and they have some gorgeous landscapes there that are just beautiful.
And so a lot of us have had them outside for summer. So now it's getting cooler. What should we be doing?
Move them in and put them in a fairly bright location, and don't water them very much. Just kind of, being succulents, they don't need a whole lot of water.
Okay.
And they're much better off if they're indoors being dry.
Right. And I see that you have this pumpkin here. So
So-
really, this season, we can make a succulent
Absolutely.
container.
Absolutely. Just cut the top off, take all the junk out of it, put some soil in it, and plant it, and it will last for a while. We sell these assortment trays to local garden centers, and so there are aloes, there are echeverias, crassulas, so all kinds of different things.
So what you're telling us is go to independent garden centers.
Absolutely,
You can
yep.
find these beautiful plants. You can make a little pumpkin planter, or you can make a dish garden, have them in your house all winter. Thanks so much, Mark. You have
You're
beautiful
welcome.
plants.
Thank you.